Hello. How's everybody doing? Bailey's right here. I hope my Wi-Fi is not too slow tonight, but we know how that goes. I'll wait until I see some comments here and make sure everything is working good. How's the audio? Can you hear me? Too loud? Not loud enough? Should I put it in my mouth? I think there is a delay between when y'all type a comment and when I see it, because I feel like a freaking idiot the first 5 or 6 minutes I'm on here. I just feel like I'm talking to myself, which is really weird, but I've got to start doing more live streams. I want to do more live streams. I want to get better at doing live streams, and the only way you do that is to practice. So, and I still don't see a comment. Hold on. Oh, I was on the wrong thing. Okay. I see your comments now. Do I get to the races in Talladega? I try to stay as far away from that as possible. I have been to one, but I don't think it was a Sunday. It was a Saturday race. But I have worked on the ambulance as a paramedic at the dirt track. That was very interesting. Hey, Eileen. Okay. I'm glad that I can see the chat now. I was feeling like an idiot for a minute. And I have it turned on to subscribers only. Hopefully there will not be any spam comments here. Are y'all having a good weekend? It is beautiful outside here. We just got back from another camping trip yesterday, and weather-wise, it was the most perfect trip we've ever had. We had such a ball, and I made a vlog about it, which I have edited and uploaded. I just have to make a thumbnail and write a description, and then I will post it sometime in the next couple of days. Oh, that's not fun. How are the leaves in New Hampshire now? Are they glowing yet? Hey, Kim. Hey, Kim, I just saw on my feed the other day, I saw a video of yours where you went to the pumpkin patch or something with grandkids, maybe. I don't know. But I saw that and I was like, oh, cool. Kim's posting videos. Peak is this weekend. Oh, okay, cool. Well, that's good, Lisa, because it's terrible on my end. Hey, Red. I was thinking about you today, actually. That's funny. I literally was thinking about you and you being retired and because I wanted to start writing some thank you notes to some of my members. And Angela, retired Red, when I first started on YouTube, it's almost a year. It's been almost a year now. She wrote me, she lives in California, and she wrote me several really sweet handwritten letters. And that was so sweet to find that in the mail. And thank you. All these months later, I still appreciate that. And I was thinking about it today. Speaking of, today, it's October 7th. Sorry, I've got to quit hitting things. I've got to quit banging around when I have a microphone right here. I'm not used to that yet. But tomorrow is the 2-year anniversary of my accident and how I'm here and how I met all of you. So I feel pretty good. I'm not sure if I will look at the Facebook memories. I'm not really sure how I'm going to handle that yet. I mean, I think it'll be fine. It's just strange. but the 2-year anniversary of that is tomorrow. And then I forgot to go back and look when I posted my first YouTube video, but I think my 1-year YouTube anniversary is coming up, which is crazy. And most of you, Megan H, I'm sorry, I just got distracted because I saw Megan H. Are you the Megan in Oregon? Are you the Megan that I've been emailing with? Sorry, I know that was random squirrel. But if you are, I just want to check on you and make sure that you were okay because I know you had some stuff going on. But it may not be you, it may be somebody totally different and y'all think I'm crazy. But I actually do communicate with a lot of people through email and like Messenger and Instagram DMs and I try to like keep up, but sometimes I might get you mixed up with somebody. So I'm so sorry if I do that. But I do love going back and forth and like I genuinely care when y'all tell me what's going on in your life. Thank you, Angela. The camping trip was spectacular, absolutely spectacular. There were no trying to think there were no hiccups of any kind, but there was some funny moments with the acorns falling. So it's heavily wooded and the acorns were like golf ball size and they were just randomly falling like all around us. It was terrifying, but I put some of that in the video that I will post in a couple of days. And I usually don't get many views on my vlogs, but that's okay. Those I think are the most fun for me. So it's kind of a wash. Speaking of my crochet video that I posted last week, you miss acorns. You learned how to make flour with them. That's interesting. But see, this is what happens when I read comments. What was I saying? I forgot. Totally lost it. So yeah, we were crochet. Thank you, Robin. Yeah, so that video, I really liked making that video. I had the idea. So that video came about in like 36 hours. I like had the idea in the middle of the night, woke up, wrote all my notes, made an outline, got up the next day, organized it all, filmed it all. I think I edited it like it was just bam, 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 bam. That's the fastest I've ever got a video out. And I was super proud of it. And it bombed. It did terrible, but it's okay. I had fun making it. Oh, this is a Temu hoodie. I've fallen down the Temu rabbit hole, although I am very conflicted about that. The cheap and fast fashion, I know it's got some issues, and I don't want to exploit anybody, so please nobody come after me. I don't want to get off on that right now, but yes, I'm aware and feel terrible. Do not want to contribute to it, but here I am contributing to it in a little bit. So big hypocrite. I don't know. The world is very complicated, so I don't want to fight with anybody tonight, okay? Okay. Oh my Lord. We have a metal roof too, Eileen. And if you are in here and you are a VIP member and you have not sent me an email with your information, please send me an email with your full name and mailing address, because I want to start writing like handwritten like thank you cards to my, because I don't have too many right now where it would be too much of an inconvenience. So like if I like was super popular and had like 4,000, members, I wouldn't handwrite a note. But I only have like a small group, and I would like to, for right now, send thank you notes. So if you're a VIP member and you see this, please send me your information so I can get you on the list. It's littletraumamama@gmail.com. Yes, Eileen, I got your email. I did get yours. My mouth is really dry. But yes, so tomorrow is the 2-year anniversary of my wreck. And I had some thoughts last night that so y'all don't ever see this part because I edit it all out. Sometimes I have to think really hard because I don't want to say anything. I want to be transparent and honest, but I never want to say anything that would like hurt anybody or like cause I don't know. I would never want to make somebody else's situation worse. So, but I try to think before I speak. I have learned that the hard way, but up until, so like the first year and a half, I would get comments all the time about your attitude is so good. You've been so positive through all of this and blah, blah, blah. And that really meant a lot. And I feel like I've had a really positive attitude, and I've tried to just be grateful every day, which I am. But the last few days have been a little bit conflicting because I feel like I'm at another crossroads, another transition, and this may be overly dramatic. I'm not trying to be dramatic. This is just Christy brain, but I improved to the point that I can walk without assistance. I can squat and stand back up. I function, and I'm so grateful. But now I'm at a point where I noticed it the other day. Oh, thank you, Lisa. Thanks for signing up. Dang it, I cannot read comments, y'all. So the new crossroads, the conflicting feelings is, so I've been struggling a lot with my weight. And I realized the other day, I know where I was going. So I was in the bathroom doing something and was thinking about weight and how I want to lose weight, and was thinking about, like what kind of exercise could I do, because I do good just to like walk. And I don't know what possessed me to do this, but I tried to like do a little, like just like a little hop. I just wanted to, and that really put things in perspective because I couldn't, like, it felt like my body was like just a stack of concrete, and I couldn't even do like a little hop. So how am I going to exercise? And so then it sent me down this spiral of, I don't want to keep putting on weight and I'm not exercising. So I've got to get my body moving. I've got to start eating better, because if I don't, I'm going to be on a fast track to an early death and a lot of health issues, because I just turned 39. And so that's kind of where I'm at now. Like, I'm really happy in my recovery and all of that, but I want to stay. I guess what I'm saying is I'm scared. I've got some anxiety now that I didn't have before, and it's just now, the anxiety's just now really like getting to me about, like, my future, and that's been, like, within the past few days. So I've only brought this up to Lee. I have not talked to anybody about it, but, um, have I considered Ozempic or Wegovy? So I'm taking what's it called? It's called Bontril is, like, the brand name, but it's like Adipex, but it's not. It's something else. It's like prescription meth, and it was advertised. Like, so I went to the doctor for something else. I don't remember what I went for, but I went for something else, and I got to talking to her about it, and my BMI, I'm like right on the cuff or whatever. So I would have to pay out of pocket for Ozempic or Wegovy, and then the medicine, she said, have you tried, or would you wanna try Adipex?" And I said, "No, because I already take medicine to slow my heart rate down because I have a fast heart rate, and I was scared that Adipex would, um, like, ramp me up too much, and I would be jittery, and I didn't want those side effects." And she was like, "Okay, well, what about this? Try this. You'll tolerate it better," or whatever. So I was like, "Okay." So I started it for a few days, and then when I did some research, apparently it's stronger than Adipex. So I don't know why she would think, "Well, you don't wanna try Adipex, so let's try this." But I did take that, and I was eating really well. The problem that I have is I guess I'm an emotional eater, and I'm a perfectionist, unfortunately. So, like, I'm either all in or I'm all out. And that's something that I've got to work on. I've got to figure out that if I have a bad day, it doesn't have to throw me off entirely, because my bad day turned into a bad 3 weeks, and here we are. So I had lost like 5 pounds, had a bad day, completely fell off the wagon, and here we are. And now I'm in that cycle of upset with myself and mad about it and wanting to do something about it, but I don't know if I have the it's hard. It is such a struggle for me. I so I have the Weight Watchers app. The problem is that you actually have to get on there and cook. So this is okay. This is my how I am. I wonder if anybody else is like this. And this was an issue I had when my mother-in-law was still living here. The thought of what we're having for dinner just throws me in a tailspin every day. I hate it. If somebody would just have something ready, I don't care what it is, I would eat it and shut up. But when it's up to me to plan a meal, and like, I don't know what it is about dinner that stresses me out so bad, but I have been like this for years. It is like it takes so much mental energy for some reason for me to think about meal preparation. Like, I could run a 911 call, and there could be a 5-car pileup, bodies everywhere, and like whatever. That I can handle. Can't think about what I'm going to cook for dinner the next day. Why is that? Somebody, please tell me. And if you are like that too, you don't like to cook, but you have to. Yeah. Little drama mama. Hey, Kavita. I That makes sense, Stephanie. Mm. I don't know why. I don't know why meal planning is so horrifically hard for me. It just it doesn't make sense. And I can't I don't know. I've got to learn. My sister-in-law was talking about this recently because she's a perfectionist too, and she's having to learn, and I need to learn that if you can't do something 100% and all you do is 30%, that's still 30%. It doesn't have to be like an all or nothing. And I'm an all or nothing type person. I have not tried that. I have not looked into HelloFresh, but I might if they would deliver to my area and it's reasonable. Rez, Angela, you've started putting together menus for, well, of course, you've got all this time now that you're retired. Fox, that is a very good point. Very good point. And it's not just that either. It's the oh, but yeah, you did mention the shopping. Is the planning, the checking to see what ingredients I have, what ingredients I need, go to the store, cook it, and then you eat it in 5 or 10 minutes, and you got to clean it up. Like, I don't know why that's so stressful. Lee's mom, when she was healthy, she cooked every night for decades. And when she moved in here, we struggled with that because she would say, "What's for supper?" And I'm like, "I don't know." I should do more of these. It's more lives. Ooh, a sponsorship. That would be great. Hold on, Kavita. Let me find your comment. Big things are easier, like a crisis, but a lot of details like paperwork can be overwhelming. Yes. Have my groceries delivered. I don't live in an area that has like the grocery store is literally 2 miles from my house. Like it's really not inconvenient to go to the grocery store. It's the mental overload of food. I have some sort of issue, like an anger issue when I think about food. Thinking about food just makes me angry. I wish I could just never eat or like I just wish that food never had to be a thought. That's what I wish. I want it to just not even be a thought in my head. And it is, unfortunately. And that's I was talking to somebody with this recently. You have people with alcoholism and drug addiction and stuff like that, and how hard it is to get sober. But like people with food issues, you have to eat. You have to. And so that is a really complicated thing when you have issues with food because you got to eat. Oh, Lisa, I'm so sorry. Ugh. Oh, y'all are offering really good suggestions, but even reading your comments and suggestions and having to think about it stresses me out. I hate talking about food, and it's such a huge issue, and I just hate everything about it. I'm supposed to go back to the doctor, I think Tuesday for like a I guess apparently I'm on their weight loss clinic now. So I go back Tuesday, I'm sure, to weigh, and I have not weighed since I fell off the wagon. So I have no idea. I don't want to know. I just know that I don't like being this size. I want to get some weight off. I also want to not think about food and not cook. And can we just take food out of the equation? That would be fantastic. You know, Lee, that should be his job. He should cook me breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I just need a hire chef. Yes, Lisa, that I there are no words. I'm so sorry. So sorry. This is a weird time of year for some reason. I think my career as a medic. So this happened several days ago, but there was another motorcycle wreck on Cheehaw the other day. I don't know any details. I just know that there was another motorcycle wreck. It was a similar situation. A guy in his 30s hit a guardrail. And I've just had like a knot in my stomach for 2 days thinking about it. I can't even stand to see people on motorcycles anymore. I'm sorry, Kavita. It's hard. I did not break 100 pounds until after I graduated high school. I was little bitty. I remember people saying, Christy, you could eat a whole elephant and not gain weight. And then when I was about, I don't know, probably early 20s, I put on a little bit of weight, but really when I started working on an ambulance, and I think the fast food culture of that just put the weight on. And then I lost about 50 pounds several years ago. Looked really good, felt good, looked good, but it was the same thing. I was restricting myself so much, and then I couldn't sustain that, and then I fell off the wagon, and sure enough, it all came right back on, and here we are. But I don't want this whole live to be Christy talking about food and her weight. It was just what's on my mind, because it's only on my mind right now because I feel like I'm at a fork in the road. I can go one way and keep eating horribly and keep gaining weight and then have health problems and mobility issues, or I do something now, really lean into losing weight and moving my body, and that will benefit me in the long term. But why is it so hard? Why is it so hard to do that? I am so happy that I can go camping with my husband, but I want to go hiking with my husband and I can't. And I'm frustrated. And so that's where we're at. And we're going camping again. Let's see, first week of November, we're going to Unicoi State Park in Helen, Georgia. Been to Helen several times, but I've never been camping there. And I'm sure there's lots of places to hike around there that we won't be hiking, but I just want to function normally for a 39-year-old. I don't want to be in a 70-something-year-old woman's body, and that's currently what I'm in, and I'm frustrated about it. And I'm allowed to be frustrated about it, but I'm still very happy, just a little frustrated. No, bacon does not help. Hey, Mary. Kavita. Yeah, and I'll tell you when I realized I had food issues. Hold on. Back when I lost the 50 pounds. So for 6 months, almost 6 months. No, it wasn't quite that long. Several months. I locked myself in the house. I cooked breakfast, lunch, and dinner. All I thought about was food. Every day it was, what am I eating for breakfast, lunch, and dinner? I've got to go to the grocery store and get everything, cook all the things, eat all the things, clean all the things, get up the next day, and repeat. Well, I did it. I lost about 50 pounds, but I didn't crochet. I quit crocheting because I didn't have time. I was still working, but I did not like go out with, like, I didn't do any outings where I would be around like fast food. Like it was very regimented, and you cannot live your life that way. And I did for months. And then there was one day I was I was hungry or something, and I opened up the pantry in the kitchen because I wanted a snack, and I looked in there and I didn't have anything like good to snack on. And I guess I was like craving junk food in that moment. And I would not cave. So I just sat in the floor in the kitchen and I cried. And that's when I realized that I had food issues because I was stressed out. And apparently that was my outlet, but I was not going to deviate from my diet. I refused. And so I ended up crying on the kitchen floor. I don't want to do that again. Read your comments. My best advice is take it one tiny step at a time. The big picture can be overwhelming, but making one small adjustment at a time is easier, and those will all add up as you go. Yes, that is very good advice. Wait, what pod? Hold on, I missed. Um, Eileen, don't think about losing weight. Work on eating healthy. Yep. Christy, crochet a lot. Linda Dixon. Do y'all know how much crochet a lot more? What do you mean? You mean make more crochet content or actually crochet more? Fox said, I love that podcast. I guess I missed it because I don't know what podcast you're talking about, but I am down to listen to a podcast if you guys recommend it. Mary, I hate thinking about food, cooking it, buying it, even picking it out. That is me. It's phase. Okay, hold on. I'm going to put that. Let's see. I have to just make rain. Do y'all do that too? So you don't forget. I wake up in the middle of the night and make checklists of stuff and ideas and content ideas. Maintenance phase. Okay. I'm making a note. I've never felt the urgency with it that I feel right now of that fork in the road. I'm talking about like I hope I'm making sense because I really try to be honest with you guys on here. I feel like I've been really honest, sometimes to my own detriment, but I do have some anxiety about that. I've got to. The time is now, but I love doing the YouTube stuff. I love making videos. I love all of that, but it's like I only have the mental energy for like one thing. But I need to just do what Stephanie said. One tiny step. I'll look into that, Mary Bell. So Linda's here for the crochet. Who else is here for the crochet? Hey, Jessie. Jessie, have you ever been in the live before? I know you comment on everything. I love seeing your comments. I don't know if I've ever caught you in a live. Yeah. Kaylin, I drink Coke Zero. Does that count? Does that count as pop? Does that? So there's a lot of opinions on Diet Coke versus. I'm curious what you guys think. That is one thing. I'm Coke Zero. I drink Coke Zero all day, every day. I can't even tell you the last time I had some water. Is that bad? Angela, you're thinking about crocheting. That makes me so excited. I was talking to a friend last week. Her name is Kaylee. Y'all will probably meet her soon. I'm thinking about having her on for quite a few podcasts because we have a lot to talk about. And I can give you the backstory on that in a minute if you want. But similar situation to me, she had a really bad car accident. I was the paramedic that ran the call before my accident. So it was about 6 months before my accident. I ran her. She's had a really, really rough road, really long recovery like I have. And we went to lunch the other day and we were talking about just everything we were talking about. We have so much in common, so many. And she was so her husband is a police officer and I worked with him on lots of calls. She was a 911 dispatcher. So like we have so much in common. It's really crazy. And where was I going with that? Y'all are fixing to meet Kaylee. Where was I going with that? Hold on. This is why live stress me out because I cannot keep my train of thought. Oh, crochet. That's that's where I was going with that. Kaylee, when we were leaving, she was telling me how she was looking forward. She really wants to do like a podcast or whatever with me. And she was really looking forward to it because she feels like she needs something. And said that's when I started talking to her about crochet. And I think it's great it's such a good mental distraction. That's why I like it so much. If I'm doing something, my brain, like I'm occupied, I don't think about bad things, and I think it's great for anybody just going through a hard time, and highly recommend it. That's where I was going with that, and I just went a really long way to get there, and I apologize. Drinking only soda is a problem. Eileen, don't. Well, what's in your cup? If this is Coke Zero. In fact, I'm empty. I need some. Bailey, go fix me a Coke Zero, please. What's the point of having a bird if you won't go fix you a drink? I'm glad you called me on live too, Jesse. Try switching up some of your Coke Zero for flavored sparkling water. I've tried sparkling water. I don't understand. It's like sparkling water is like dry wine. How can you be more thirsty after? How can a liquid be dry? I don't. I've bought several different kinds of sparkling water, the kind with like the pretty cans and stuff, because they look like it would taste good, and they all taste like crap. I cannot stand that. Soon it'll be Coke and whiskey in that bottle. Linda, you can talk with people and crochet. I can't. Mm-mm. Oh, so I do have some crochet projects here to show you. I actually set them up beforehand. So on our camping trip, y'all remember the farmhouse pumpkins? So I'm going to make 3 sets of those for Christmas presents for the women in my family. So I've got 3 of the small ones. I didn't stuff them yet. and then 2 of the medium ones. That's what I did while we were on our camping trip. And then when we go on our next camping trip, I'll probably finish it. But here's what I'm working on now. I've not showed anybody this. I've not taken a picture of it, because this is either going to be freaking amazing or it's going to be a total fail, and I don't know which one. But so the last mandala I made, that green one with the white, hold on. Let me go get it. I'm gonna run and go get it, and I'm gonna get a Coke Zero, and I'll be back in 20 seconds. Okay, I'm back. Don't leave me. Okay. So y'all remember this? This, I loved making this, and my opinion is the most, I don't know, I just really liked it. And I liked it so much, I had an idea for another one. So I'm using the same pattern with color changing yarn, with 2 different color changing yarn. So I'll show you. Hold on. Kaylin, I'm not good at multitasking either. So here's what I've got so far. Okay. So this like rusty color, as it gets bigger, is going to get darker and darker until it's black. And then the little design, the parts that's black, is going to be this yarn, and it's going to get, so you can kind of see right in here how it's getting lighter. So this is going to go from black to bright yellow. And then this is going to go from like this rust color to black. So it's going to be like the orange is yarn A and the black is yarn B. So like yarn A is going light to dark and yarn B is going dark to light. I hope that makes sense. But it's either going to be spectacular or it's going to flop. And I hope it doesn't flop, because that's a lot of effort. Here's what the back looks like if anybody's interested. Very different. The other thing too about this, I don't know if there's any, I know Linda crochets, but I like color changing yarn, and my favorite brand has always been Sheepy's, but they're kind of pricey. Like one ball of Sheepy's yarn with shipping is like $32, I think. And then this is Hobby brand yarn. It's HOBBII. It's a lot cheaper, but I'm having a time. I'm having a time with it. Let me see if I can show you. So it's not, I don't know what you call it, but like it's not just a strand of yarn. If you look like real close, that strand is made up of little strands. See how it separates? So like as you crochet, if you miss a strand, like it splits really easily. It's not fun to work with. It's kind of been a real pain in the butt to work with that yarn. So I just hope it does well. But so this, Linda, the sheepy yarn is it's spelled SHEEPJES. It's from Europe somewhere. I'm assuming that's how you pronounce it. I don't really know, but I order mine, like I said in my crochet video, from Jimmy Bean's Wool, and that is my favorite color changing yarn. Hobby has some really pretty color changing yarn, but it splits like I just showed that yarn. It's not the easiest to work with, but we'll see how it turns out. But this I made on Etsy because there was a girl that wanted to buy it, and I don't know if she changed her mind or like I know she had some stuff going on, and I emailed her. I told her like if you don't want to buy it, if you change your mind, it's totally fine because it's a big purchase. Something like that is I charge $500 because you're talking weeks and weeks and weeks of time to make something like that, and I haven't heard back from her. I don't like it when people ghost you because I would not be mad at somebody for changing their mind. So hopefully she didn't ghost me. I hope she's just got some stuff going on. But if I don't hear back from her and that, like in the next few days, I'll probably list that on Etsy. And I did see on where Etsy just added a feature now where instead of setting your price, you can do a make me an offer and where you can negotiate a little bit. So I thought about maybe doing that with stuff like this, but I like making big things like this, but I can't cover my whole house in crochet stuff. So, oh, you like the red heart? Mm. So here's a confession. I have seen people in crochet groups get ripped apart for this, but I know this won't happen here because Mary Bell is in here and Mary Bell will yeet you. But my favorite budget yarn, unfortunately, is I love this yarn from Hobby Lobby. I do not like Hobby Lobby. I do not align. Let's just say my values do not align with their values, and I hate that I give them my money. So I'm a big fat hypocrite, but I love this yarn brand is my favorite. I like that a lot better than Red Heart. And I hate that. That really sucks because I don't like Hobby Lobby. I actually used to work at Hobby Lobby 1,000 years ago, back when I was still like a evangelical Christian and they were a Christian company and whatever. And of course, that was a long time ago, but that was back when they stopped covering birth control for women. And I had an issue with that then. But so something interesting about Hobby Lobby that y'all may not know, if you ever go in one, look around. You will not see any signs. So like if you go in and you're looking for yarn, you can't like look at the ceiling and see like which direction the yarn is going to be. That's by design because they want you, the customer, to ask an employee, and that employee is supposed to physically walk you, which is stupid. But now, next time you go in Hobby Lobby, you're going to next time you go to Hobby Lobby, you're going to be like, damn it, Christy. Now that's all I can think about. And you're welcome. I hope you do start crocheting, Angela. I can tell you lots of YouTube channels to learn from. Yes, most corporations do have something sketchy going on. My sister-in-law, she's so funny. Was born and raised she's actually from West Hollywood, was born in West Hollywood. So they're like she's super progressive, and she will not eat at Chick-fil-A, and she will not buy anything from Hobby Lobby because of their anti-LGBTQ stuff. And one time we went to Hobby Lobby together because I needed yarn, and that's the brand that I like. And when we left, I don't remember how much I spent in yarn, but she made a donation to Planned Parenthood for the amount of money that I spent on yarn. It was really funny. She's a really fantastic human being. Funny story about her too. You need a Mandela crochet pattern. Mary, do you crochet? I don't remember you telling me you crochet. So what year was that, Linda? I worked there in like 2008, 2007, 2008, sometime around that time. I'm pretty sure that's when the birth control thing came up. He's still there. Mary, how did I not know that you how did I not know that? Mary Bell. Ugh. I know your last name and I know where you live. You've been here from the beginning and I didn't know that you crocheted. My God, I'm so mad at you. Jessie, you mean a lot to me, baby. I love seeing you comment on my stuff. It makes me smile every time. Now, Mary, you're in timeout. Okay. Anybody in here that crochets, Mary and Linda, are y'all on Facebook and are you in any crochet groups? That's okay, Kaylin. Are you in, okay, Mary, are you in the group Dark Humor and Yarn by chance? I don't want to we can talk about it privately, but I'm just curious. I have some qualms with that group. I don't know if you need to join. That's the thing. So my sister-in-law is a knitter and that's her favorite craft group. That's her favorite. She loves it. Me, I hardly ever post anything or interact in that group because the admin and the mods are like super I get mean girl vibes. They're very close knit, and so like I don't want to go on here and badmouth. So I'm not going to, but you should join and just hang out for a while, and I would be interested to see what you think. Because me and my sister-in-law have very different opinions on that group, and so I posted my last interaction with that group. The admin of that group is a designer. I have not crocheted any of her patterns yet, but she does have some interesting designs. And I posted in there the other day when I decided I wanted to start doing like some crochet commentary because I'm not a designer, so I'm not going to get on here and do tutorials because I don't design anything. I follow patterns, and I posted in that group because I knew the admin was a designer, and I was like thinking of some ideas on how to like collab as a content creator with a crochet designer. And got some feedback, got some comments. I did not post my YouTube channel. I did not do anything like that. Somebody asked me, a designer we were sort of talking, she asked me how many subscribers I had. And I told her. And then within 5 minutes, the whole post was gone, and they sent me a note telling me that I can't pimp my shit and whatever. And I was like, I don't know. It was just a little bit, I just feel like there's unnecessary drama. So I'm going to catch up on comments. Unfortunately, so many Facebook groups have mean girl vibes. Yes. I lay low because I had a stalker. Oh, no. Jesse, your dad just died? I'm so sorry. I did not know that. I don't guess you've told me that, but I'm really sorry to hear that your dad died. I wish there was something I could do to make you feel better, but just hang in there, friend. Just hang in there. Look at all these people giving you love. That's so sweet. Everybody give Jessie a big, big, big hug, Jessie. Jessie's the sweetest. I'm really sorry. I hate trying to. I don't even want to pretend like I can say anything to make you feel better, because I can't. And I'm just really sorry. So. Oh. I'm sorry you've been crying all week, Jessie. Sometimes things just really suck, but I'm glad that you're here and you're around all these mostly women. And we're going to look out for each other. Okay? No mean girls in here. Okay. Well, not intentionally mean. We can all be a little spicy sometimes. That's okay. I have a friend that we worked for the same company, but her dad fell. I don't know all the details, but her dad fell. Which I need to text her and check on her, but her dad fell and broke his neck in 3 places, has spinal cord damage. They don't know no idea what his future looks like. And so I've been talking to her a little bit, and she said she was going to listen to my podcast, and what she had listened to had been really helpful, but I'm conflicted on things like that, because I want to reach out to people in that situation, because I just know how hard it is, and Lee knows how hard it is, and it's just a difficult spot to be in, because you want to make it better for somebody, but you can't. And I never want to say anything that, I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Oh, Red, I'm so sorry. COVID was rough. A year before my accident, I had COVID and was in the hospital for 2 weeks. and had a really, really rough bout with it. I was out of work for 3 months with COVID. And then exactly 1 year later is when I had my motorcycle wreck. Hold on. My dog's going crazy. Oliver. Come on. Come on. Now. Doesn't Bailey look so dapper? I don't have a cracker. Dang it. He's so cute when I give him a cracker. I break it in half for him and he holds it with his little foot. It's so cute. I love you too, Jessie. I'm the same way, Mary. I reach out and I'll say, you do not have to respond to this. I just wanted to let you know that I'm thinking about you. I have a funny for you. Here's a laugh. Everybody want to laugh? So, y'all know because I've been open about it. At night, I take an edible for pain and to help me sleep. And that is something I have never done in my life until my accident and, just trying to get off pain medicine and whatever. So, and I don't even take a whole, I just literally bite a corner off of an edible. And it helps me relax, but I get super creative and I have quick one-liners when I'm on those, which is really funny. But the other day, somebody posted something on Facebook, one of my friends, and he was just being funny. But the high five emoji that people also use for the praying emoji. No, I didn't go weird Amazon shopping again. No. I said something funny and somebody got really mad and I was surprised at how mad they got because I totally was not trying to, I was just being funny. But he said something, I don't remember the exact words, but the gist of the post was, have we gotten so, what's the word? So oblivious to other people's plights and whatever that they'll post something on Facebook and then you look at the comments and it's just praying. Like it's comment after comment and it'll say praying or it'll have that emoji. And he was like I get what he was trying to say because I've kind of thought the same thing where somebody will say, so and so was in a car wreck, they're not doing well, please keep us in your prayers or whatever. And then it's just praying, or this emoji. And it's anyways, let me just tell you the funny part. So my little one-liner, he was basically like, are we so oblivious to the plight of other people that a prayer has now been diminished to this emoji on a Facebook post? And now you're absolved from having to actually do anything. And I commented and I said, well, it's actually not a praying emoji. It is a high five emoji that the Christians stole because they were mad the LGBTQ took the rainbow. And I meant no, I was just being funny. Didn't think anything about it. Ha, it's funny. And wow, he had to take that post down because it got rough. It got really rough. And some people came hard for me. And I was just like, whoa, like, okay, I was a little bit high, but I don't know. It was just one of those that, like, no ill intent was intended. It was just a funny haha, and ugh, it did, Mary. It ruffled a lot of feathers. But I thought it was funny, and it's, I mean, is it not? Is it true? You've been quarantined since December 2019? Oh my gosh. Bless your heart. You need to learn to crochet. Right, Kavita. That was my, I have some opinions, which I'm more comfortable saying on a live than a YouTube video that I edit and post, because every time I feel like the people that are in the live are like your people that like really support you. But that is a problem for me, because I feel like by telling somebody, by just commenting that emoji or like praying, and then so like the people that were mad at me about that comment, they 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 think that they have the moral high ground because they said that they're praying, and that absolves them from actually doing anything really helpful, but they still have the moral high ground. Does that make any sense to anybody? Because I don't know if I'm making sense, but I just feel like it's great if you want to pray for somebody. I have no problem with that, but sometimes the world needs people to actually go a little bit further, and I think that's a problem. And I'll just kind of leave it at that. Can I read out loud what you said? It's not about throwing some praying hands up. It's about getting involved, talking to the person, and doing something of service. Yes. That's. And another, to go a step further than that, and this is going to get me in trouble. I know it. I know it's going to get me in trouble. This is another issue. Let me be very clear. I mean no offense. If this does not apply to you, if you are not this person, I am not, please just don't get mad. This is just an option. Do with it what you will. But going along with that and the whole abortion argument between the left and the right, I feel, this is my opinion, that there is a large percentage of people that can get on social media and say abortion is murder, it's killing babies, blah, blah, blah. I would never vote for a Democrat because they kill, but whatever. But I feel like that is a cop-out, because all they do is get on social media and say those, regurgitate those things, and with no effort, they have the moral high ground, and they are therefore absolved of doing anything. Like it, again, I don't know if I'm making sense, but that is the situation that you know what? I'm just going to tell you what happened. When I had COVID, I was in the hospital. was really sick. Like, people were dying around me. I was listening to people get coded in the room next to me while I had COVID and was completely isolated by myself. My IV pump was out in the hallway, like barely any human contact. And so all I had was my phone, and I was on social media. And this was in September of 2020. And in my area, basically, if you leaned more politically to the left, those people wore the mask and did the things and whatever. But in my area, there was a lot of resistance to that, and a lot of people on the right refused, right? And so there was this girl, went to high school with her. She gets on social media and is like making a big stink about wearing a mask, and somebody brought me into it. Somebody tagged me and was like, well, say that to Christy Bullock, who's in the hospital right now with COVID. And her response to that was, well, the last I heard, she's going to live. And her argument to the whole mask thing was masks are not 100% effective, but abortion is always fatal. So she turned the mask or no mask argument somehow through mental gymnastics, turned it into a anti-abortion thing. And that is where my anger with that comes from, because she would not put on a stupid mask for anybody else. She's a selfish and uninformed human being, but then feigned the moral high ground because she got to go around telling everybody that abortion is murder. Hey. I may have to hop off of here, or y'all may have to listen to my dog bark. There's a pack of coyotes out there. I've never heard them that close, and my goats are. I need to go check on my. I'm so sorry. I really need to go check on my goats. I'll leave this running, but I need to go check on my goats. That's why my dog's barking. They're really close. Hold on. I'm sorry. I gotta go check. Stay right here. Stay. Stay. I'm sorry. I think it's died down. I've heard them off in the distance, but I've never heard that many that close. And the other day, during the middle of the day, we were sitting in here and a coyote just walked by our window, but it was just one, so I wasn't too concerned. But now there's like a pack of them right there, and they're really loud, and my goats are right there. That makes me nervous. There's a hole in their fence that Lee has not fixed yet, and so the goats have been free ranging for over a year. Like, we have not even closed the gate to their pen because they just stay right here on the property. So if something were to really get after them, anyways, that concerns me. And Lee Bullock is gonna, I never nag him ever. He's gonna get nagged tomorrow because I don't like that. He's at work tonight, so he's not here. It's just me. But I don't, there's still dogs barking, but I don't hear them now, so. But that makes me nervous. I like most of the goats, not Mo. They can have Mo, but Lee would be devastated, but I would not be. No, I'm just kidding. I don't want coyotes up here after my goats. I don't even know what I would do if they got up here. And I mean, like, we have guns, but I would literally have to go to the safe, put the code in, pick a gun, find the ammo. Like, and who's going to do that in the dark? Like, so it's not like I would be able to shoot a coyote in the dark while it's running and my dog's right there. So I don't know. I don't know what people do, but I'm more concerned about my dog getting hurt than my goats. So anyways, I'm going to go back and read some comments. So I know I I unintentionally got on the abortion topic, which I know is a very touchy topic, and I want to respect everybody's opinions on that. Although I have my own opinions, the last thing I want to do is come on here and like cause drama or problems with anybody. But I have a daughter. I have a daughter that's 18, and I'm a woman. And here's what I know. I know that men, older men, have no business. Older men who are not medically inclined have no business making legislation regarding pregnancy choices, pregnancy complications, women's bodies, our reproduction rights, decisions. I don't care where you stand on it. I don't care. That is my opinion. I hope I don't offend you with that, but if I do, that's how I no. Full stop. That is a hard no for me. Yeah, MC, it does sound like they passed by. Oliver's not barking. Bailey's obviously not worried. So I think we're okay. The other day we were fine because it was just one a pack, and they weren't off in the distance. They were right here somewhere. But I called for Mo, the big goat, and I saw him. So the goats are safe. Well, the goats are uninjured. Hopefully they just moved on. But that was a lot of coyotes. It sounded like a lot. I did not enjoy that at all. And as soon as I get off this live, I will be calling Lee Bullock and informing him that he has got to get that fence fixed. Yes, we are. I have a pin for you. Hold on. I think it's right here. My friend Rachel in London sent this to me. Oh, can you read it? It says pro-choice is pro-life. And I thought that was very true. There was a girl, her name is Abby, and I forget how far along pregnant she was. It was a wanted pregnancy. She named her baby Miley. It was a girl. And somewhere along the way, I want to say like, I could be wrong. I want to say it was like around 20 weeks or so. She had an anatomy scan or something. And I don't remember the medical term, but there were a lot of things wrong with that baby. Most of all, the baby did not have kidneys, either had no brain or like only a very small portion of the brain. Like it was not a viable pregnancy at all. And she lives in Tennessee, and because of their laws now, she could not go get that medically needed abortion. And she had to fly to New York. And when she got to New York, she found out that the baby had already passed away. And so if she had stayed in Tennessee, she would not have been able to have an abortion until she started going septic. Like the pregnancy could have killed her and she still couldn't have an abortion. And it's really messed up that people choose to ignore these situations, and they choose to ignore the fact that this is a complicated and nuanced issue, and politicians, especially male politicians, should not be making these decisions for us. I think that it should absolutely be between a patient and her medical care provider, period. It is nobody else's business. Yeah. And what's even worse than that, because I follow her on TikTok. Let me see. Hold on. What's even worse is that messages from evangelical Christians telling her how she murdered her baby, and just it's horrific. Following. Let's see if I can find her. Well, I don't know what her username is, and I don't see her, but her name is Abby something. It's ABBY, and she has you really should see her. Here we go. If you really should see her story. Well, I thought that was it, but it's not. Being
everybody gets involved in the abortion industry because they want to help women. And
sorry, I really wanted to find her name so that y'all could look her up. But I do not see her. All I can remember is her first name's Abby, and she lives in Tennessee, and her baby's name was Miley. So, but anyways. Yes, Angela, I'm glad that y'all understood what I was saying. It's complicated, it's nuanced, it's way more complicated than abortion is murder, period. The end of story. Under no circumstances should it be allowed in any shape, form, or fashion. That we cannot. No, that's terrifying. It's terrifying. And I have a daughter, and fortunately, she's 18. And if she were to get pregnant now, we would be okay. But she's been on birth control for years, because if something happened, if she was raped and got pregnant here in Alabama, you're just screwed. That's insane to me. So she's been on birth control for many years, just because I did not want to. I felt like it was something that we needed to do to protect her. You're exactly right. If you come across her account, can you share? I will. Yeah, when we get off, I'm gonna call Lee and tell him about the Codys, and then I will look her up and I will post it for you, because she really has a very powerful story, and I think that anybody on the fence, or who's very pro-life, under no circumstances, blah blah blah, I really think they need to hear her story. It's intense. You're very welcome. So thank you guys for joining me tonight. I had no idea what I was going to talk about. And that is what gets me in trouble, because left to my own devices, I start talking about some polarizing stuff, shall we say. At least I didn't get on politics too hard. I didn't start talking about Trump yet. Like, and I probably should get off before I start talking about Trump, because I could talk about him for hours. We will do this again, hopefully soon. Y'all should be proud of me. I planned this like way ahead this time. So I will plan it again soon. And Mary, I will look her up and get back with you. So thank y'all. Thank y'all for being here. And thank you, Lisa, for signing up to be a member. I'm glad, Jessie, you made it tonight. And Angela, got to see you. Thank you, Red. And Fox in Finland. Fox, are you the one in Finland? Yeah, I agree, Kavita. But anyways, y'all have a great weekend. And I'll have our She-Ha vlog up in a couple of days. Bye. Love y'all.